Welcome back to the Smile series with Dr. Amy. It's hard to believe that this is our last episode. All good things must come to an end. We have had some beautiful conversations about beauty, around transformation, around purpose, around business, around wealth. Goodness, we have run the gamut. But today's episode is going to feel like a deep exhale. It's called Beyond Dentistry, which actually is the title of Dr. Amy's book. Congratulations on the book, by the way.
Thank you.
You know, Dr. Amy, I feel like this episode is going to be like what's behind everything that you've shared. How do you do it all? The woman behind the craft. Yeah. Let's just take a nice deep breath.
Yes. It's amazing to be able to know that I was able to get there and put things into words, into a book. I feel really, really humble. But this really feels like the heart behind everything that I do and everything that you've shared. Making the decision to say, I am going to write a book, and seeing it right here in front of me on our lap, you know, it really speaks to commitment and discipline and daily practices that get you there. So the first thing I would like to say, Beyond Dentistry, you know, the title. Why? Because I'm here to speak about the fact that success isn't just about what we do as dentists. It's everything around you. The second part is the fact that beyond being a dentist, I am, number one, a woman, a human, and then secondly, a dentist.
That's good.
So I'm happy to speak about my number one.
Yeah.
As a human.
So let's talk about it. How do you do it all? You run a busy practice, multiple clinics, you are a global educator, you speak around the world, you're an author, you're a mom, you're a wife. How do you stay grounded through it all?
Thanks. I have learned that discipline and practices are what will get anyone to success. That has worked for me. So for me, I start the morning with rituals, right? From prayers to meditation to deep breathing. And I say sometimes we feel like we don't have the time because we're running, we jump out of our bed, but even just 10 minutes a day makes a big difference, okay? These rituals help me to be centered. And once I'm centered, I'm able to serve my family better. I'm able to support my family better. I'm able to also give more to my patients.
That's really good.
critical.
I mean, you can't give from an empty cup. So you understand the value of pouring into yourself and then pouring from that place.
100%.
That's a different type of success metric.
100%. You know, we need to invest in ourselves,
Yes.
and we need to make sure that, you know, we recognize that at the end of the day, we're human, right? So dentistry can only get better if we are better people. It's as simple as that.
100%. So I'd like to go back to your rituals again, right? So tell us a little bit about how you connect to yourself. What are some of those little things that you do? You talked about being better. What are the little things you do to make yourself better?
Okay. So definitely, I have this acronym. There's a book I read. Who's the author again? It's called Lifesavers, right? And that's something that really helps me with S being really about spirituality, and then, you know, self-awareness.
That's
and then,
Hal Elrod.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And A for
Yes.
affirmation,
Affirmations.
V for visualization, E
Yeah.
for exercise.
Miracle mornings.
Miracle mornings, yes. And R for reading and
Yes.
scribbling. And so I love my mornings. In fact, what I do is I set an alarm to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. But most times I wake up, I'm the alarm to the alarm. All right, so I wake up, my ritual, I come down, I just put the coffee machine, and then listening to the coffee grinding, and then taking my short espresso cup, you know, and making sure that, you know, I sip that cup of coffee, just me and myself, before anybody, before the noise, you know,
That's
from
quiet.
the family, from the phone. I stay away from my phone and everything else, you know, that is me and myself. just having that moment, that is just so valuable to me, and I cherish that morning.
Yes, peace.
Peace.
A moment of peace.
Yeah.
Peace is the true luxury, isn't it?
That works for me. That works for me, certainly.
Let's say that.
Yes.
Let's say that louder. Let's say it in French for the bougie folk.
Okay. La paix est la nouvelle richesse. C'est la richesse, la paix royale.
Aha, oui, oui.
Tout à fait.
Aha.
Yes.
You talk a lot about purpose, and I know that you are a deeply spiritual woman, and your spirituality plays a big role in everything that you do. How do those things connect, purpose and spirituality? How do they connect for you?
Mm-hmm. So for me, definitely, being spiritual isn't about being religious, right? Mm-hmm. So it's about ensuring that you realize that you didn't come into this world just by yourself, for yourself, right? And everything that you're going to do are going to be guided by, your colleague, the Holy Spirit. It's really important that that's the first thing that you need to realize, okay? And purpose is really what I have defined for myself, and ensure that I'm true to that mission.
Dr. Amy, you talk a lot about purpose and spirituality,
Mm-hmm.
and I know how important both those things are for you. How do they connect for you? Tell us about that.
So for me, faith is the foundation of everything. Yeah. It's the foundation of everything, the reason why we're here and where we're going and the strengths we have. So I believe that God uses our skills as instruments of healing as doctors, right? Yes. But we also know that spirituality helps us to stay emotionally connected, with our patients. So when I restore a smile, I am not just fixing teeth. I am helping someone see himself the way God intended to, by me being a ministry. I'm just a vehicle, right, to be able to deliver what God has intended for that patient. So that's how I see it.
Oh, that's so deep. Ministry through dentistry.
Yes, ma'am.
I do believe that when you take your work to the highest level, it is a form of ministry. It's a form of worship to God. That's amazing. It's a form of, what would you call it? Would you call it devotion?
Devotion, yes.
Devotion.
I didn't find myself in that position by chance, and it's something that came to me and something that I keep driving, and that's why I don't get tired, because I know that it's my portion. It was given to me, and I'll keep doing it. So I know I get some questions as to, Dr. Amy, you're working so hard. When some of my colleagues are saying 8, 12 patients a day, I could see up to 50, 60 patients all by myself. And they're like, how do you do that? So this is what drives me, because the passion, and every single patient gets the care, the attention, that he deserves, So it's really what keeps me going. And you're going to talk about work-life balance.
Yeah.
I've dropped that. I've stopped looking for that balance, So, but definitely making sure that I get so much satisfaction and joy from what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right, while at the same time ensuring that I keep the family and myself happy. Yeah.
Of course. So it's more so integration, work-life integration. Yes. And I find that purpose gives you energy.
Yes.
When you are doing what you're meant to be doing on this earth, it increases your internal capacity. And so here you are, a living, breathing embodiment of that. Because most people are chasing perfection, but you have found your flow.
100%.
You found your flow.
I found my flow, and when you're, what you're thinking, what your purpose, and what your body and everything aligns, it's just something that is very fulfilling, because everything around you just speaks the same language and is on the same direction. It's really what we should all be looking for.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a wholehearted way of living. And I know you're big on wellness and wholeness as a whole, right? I know you're big on wellness and wholeness. Well, tell us a bit about your wellness journey and how you stay well at this stage of your life.
Right. So it's part of the rituals. I know we talked about the self-awareness is a big one.
Yes.
It's just being able to pray, meditate, fast, and stay well centered. But the self-care is also very, very, very big for me, where I prioritize my health, my choices, make sure that what I take in, I know it's not always easy, especially with all the good food we have in Nigeria, but, ensuring that I make those, choices that support my health, the sleep, the drink, it's, the hydration, but the sleep is something I struggle with. I wish I could do that better.
But we do our best. We don't pursue perfection. We don't pursue perfection. We just try to be present and keep showing up day by day, right?
100%.
And I think, now I know your secret. In the last few episodes I've been listening to you, I've always wondered where you get your glow, because you have a kind of glow, but now I see that your glow comes from the inside.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so important. And that's what I want to transfer to my patient. But it doesn't come by chance. It's something that I work on.
Yeah.
Because I also exercise quite a bit. And that makes me discover, other parts of my body, because someday you're working on your strength training, and you wake up the next day with an ache somewhere, and you're like, I didn't even realize I had a muscle in that space. But definitely exercise is something that's really big for me, from strength training, yoga for flexibility and agility, swimming. Swimming is one of the best. Cycling is also very good. I love my bike, and golf. Golf can be taking some time, but it's definitely one of the things that I would love to do a little bit more when I retire. But I'm a good golfer, so
Wow.
yeah, I have to keep that handicap going.
I had my first golf lesson last time I was in Lagos. I was terrible at it.
Well, that's the good. Everybody has his own level. You can't compare. Just keep going.
You have to just keep, that's what they told me. Just keep on trying.
Yes.
I love all that you've shared. I want to ask one last question. Running a business, especially the kind of business you run, the scope of what you do. You are busy. You are powerful. Some women would say they're afraid of that because they feel as if they'll end up in their masculine energy. You and I have talked about that quite a bit. And that's my jam.
Yes.
How do you create balance between your masculine and your feminine? How do you stay in your feminine? How do you restore it?
Listen, this is something that is so important as a woman to realize. And that's why I started at the beginning of this to say that I'm first and foremost human before being a dentist, before being a CEO. And it's so important that, I realize that and do everything to remain who I am first, and ensure that those energies are not transferable, right? So when I come home, the first thing I do was to, of course, taking up the scrubs, but ensuring that I'm able to wear my kaftan or my robe, and that already just helped me to just switch from that mode, and I become who I am and able to support the family, support my husband. I'm probably old school, but I love to take care of my man.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I can feel that. I feel that. I can relate to that. I preach that a lot too. I'm a big proponent of when you come home, don't just rush to the next duty at home.
Yeah.
Take a moment, take a breath. Nothing is going to fall apart. Go upstairs or wherever. And I love this. I can just picture you gliding down the stairs in your lovely kaftan, something soft. And then you come back and you take care and you get care from your loved ones and your lover. Your husband of how many years?
Oof. Still counting.
Still counting.
Yes.
That's the most important
Yes,
part.
yes.
Dr. Amy, thank you so much. This series has been incredible. So I'm not just saying thank you for today. And thank you for, Dr. Amy, thank you so much. Thank you not just for today, but this entire series. It has been incredible. We've been able to touch points and have conversations that perhaps we don't always get the chance to talk about. And, who knew that the world of dentistry could really touch all of us, even though we're not dentists? You really took us beyond dentistry, right? And this book is really a great book. You should check it out. You have talked about the legacy that you're creating with Wealthy Dentist Academy.
Yeah.
Such an important work, such an important initiative. And I have to say, we, your people, we're incredibly proud of you for taking the chance and just going for it. Thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for showing up. And thank you for this. Do you have any last words you'd like to say before we close?
Thank you for having me. And as I said, one thing that I would like everyone to take away from here is we have what it takes. We got this, right? In terms of the skills, in terms of the intelligence. And that's why Nigerians who travel abroad are the top surgeons or the top, practitioners out there. So why are we not bringing this out, and making other Nigerians benefit from our skills while we're here, right? And if we do that and we build our platform and we connect together, we'll be able to make Nigeria proud, but we'll be able to make sure that we are wealthy,
Yes.
we are impacting other people just through these platforms that we have actually built for ourselves. So don't wait for any stamp or validation from anybody else. You got this. You got this.
You've got this.
Yeah.
And so, Dr. Amy, thank you. And you guys, you might see me at a Smile 360 near you, getting my smile on, because again, the best is right here at home. Thank you so much. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time. Maybe Dr. Amy will have another special series. This has been the Smile series with Dr. Amy. Make sure you're following her on all the platforms. Make sure you're connected and watch for the African Masterclass tour coming. And make sure that you are on the mailing list for the Wealthy Dentist Academy so that when she opens it up, you jump right in there. And keep watching. Dr. Amy always has something up her sleeve. This has been amazing. Thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
C'est fini?
Voila.